Well, hello and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for coming. My name's Lyndon and it's an absolute pleasure to have you here. In this video, I want to look at 3 lovely minor scale licks for alto saxophone and show you exactly how I'm arriving at those using what I think is an amazing resource. It's an app called SessionBand Jazz, and on there are preloaded recordings of top UK saxophonists making some lovely phrases and licks over minor scales, and what we're going to do is copy them so that we can play those licks too. It's absolutely fantastic way of practicing. By the way, this is my 100th video since I relaunched my YouTube channel back in December 2023. It's now June 2024, and what a roller coaster of a ride it has been. 100 videos, I can't believe it. And a lot of it is because people like you have sent me such lovely, positive, encouraging messages and have found these videos useful. So that's why I keep doing them, because hopefully they're reaching out to other sax players across the world, and so thank you so much. So please subscribe, please keep feeding back to me. The messages are absolutely fantastic. If you feel like buying me a coffee, you can. So let's have a look at this resource, because this is a really neat way of practicing. So I've got this app on my iPad. Unfortunately, it is only available for iPad and iPhones at the moment, but they are making it for Android. And by the way, I'm not getting paid by this company at all. So, you know, I'm just doing this because I really genuinely believe it's a fantastic resource, which it is. So this is from SessionBand, if we have a look here, SessionBand Jazz Volume 1. And if I go to here and go ballad and I create new, and then it will go to A major by default. I go into here, make sure I'm on E flat for alto saxophone. Then if I touch this, and then I can change the type of chord to now minor 7, and that's what we want. Then I'm going to change this into the key of C. So I've got C minor. Now I'm treating this particular type of C minor as a Dorian minor, which would be the second mode of B flat major. And then if I go into here, you've got a metronome, tenor sax, piano, bass and drums. And normally what I would do to practice is to mute off the tenor, but in this case we're not going to do that. We're going to listen to what the tenor has to say. And the tenor player, well, let's just have a listen to the lick. So if I play this, it's got a preloaded lick on it, which is fantastic. Have a listen. Lovely, how nice, listen to that. And I can do some things with that. If I go into here, I could just, M&S means mute or solo, so I could just solo that, just so that you can hear the sax. Wow, it's so pretty. What a lovely lick. And I think to myself, well, I would love to be able to play that lick. So let's work it out. And the way that you're going to work it out is to, or a way that you could work it out, it's not the only way, is to write out the scale of C minor at the top. If you're not sure how to arrive at this type of Dorian minor, there's a couple of easy ways that you can think about it. Probably the easiest is just to write out C major and then simply flatten the 3rd and the 7th notes, and that will give you C minor, which is a Dorian minor. The other way that you could think about this is that this is the 2nd mode of B flat major, which means it's exactly the same notes as B flat major, but starting on the C. Either way you think about it, it's absolutely cool. And if you're not sure about this, I've made some tutorials about understanding minor scales, so please do go and have a look at that. I'll put a link in the description below. So what I need to do is to grab my hooter and think about what he's playing. Wow, that is so nice. So let's check, see if that's right. Yeah, lovely. And what he's doing, he's playing deep B flat, G, E flat, D, C, D. That is so pretty. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to analyze the numbers and see what he's doing. So this is the 9th, and this the 7th, and this is the 5th, and the 3rd, and the 9th, and the root, and the 9th. So isn't that interesting? All chord tones. If you've watched any of my videos, it's all about hitting the scales and the chord tones. And here's a fantastic example of how nice it sounds. Listen again. So nice. That first D here has the octave key on, right? So really, really, really lovely phrase. And I can check it one more time just to make sure that I'm right. And now what I can do is I can actually mute that off and then play it. But one more piece of information that would be good to have is where is he coming in? And if you see here, I've put 2 and. By the way, I'm going to take a picture of this and put it at the end of the video. 2 and. So have a listen. You've got 2, 3. So you've got 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. So he's coming in on 2 and. Really important to know where he's coming in on the bar. So look, so you've got 1 and 2 and. So now I can mute him off. I count myself in. 2, 3. Isn't that lovely? And if I understand the structure of this phrase, which I do because I've written it down, now if I want to do a really sort of diligent practice, I could put this in other keys. Oh my goodness. I mean, that alone is quite a lot of really, really fantastic practice. Imagine if you could play that beautiful phrase anytime you wanted it in any key. How cool would that be? Really, really, really cool. So, and if you change the key, now I'm going to do that by pressing this pencil at the bottom and then just scrolling up until I get to G minor. And now, oh, by the way, I should introduce the sax player. So if you go up here, it's got the personnel, Jeff Gascoigne on bass, Ralph Salamins on drums, did a bit of work with him years and years and years ago, Tom Crawley on piano, and Andy Panayi. And that is the absolutely fantastic, world-class, absolutely fantastic. Look, he's worked with Paul McCartney and John Dankworth and Freddie Hubbard and Wynton Marsalis and Phil Woods. Oh my gosh, he's worked with some really fantastic people. Do you know what? I've got a feeling way back like 28 years ago, I think I had a lesson because I think he lived in London, so did I. And I went for a lesson with him and I was right at the beginning of my journey and I didn't understand anything he said to me. I don't think I understood anything. Oh my gosh, he must have thought I was such a plonker. Still, so we're now in G minor. So the G minor scale, I'm going to do the same thing. Think about G major, which would be G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp and G. I'm going to flatten the 3rd and flatten the 7th, and that gives me B flat and F. I could also think of this as the 2nd mode of F major. And let's listen to the frankly genius phrase that he makes through this. Have a listen. So nice. I was playing this phrase earlier on and my wife said, wow, that is such a lovely phrase. It is so nice. Have a listen. Do it again. And this is a really, really interesting phrase. So, and I'll show you why I say that. So this phrase is G, B flat, D, F, A, E, and G. So I feel like something that's an E there, good. And then D, F, C, D, F, C, and E, and B flat, and D, and A, and G. And let's have a look. So these guys all have the octave key on, as do the E and, yeah, that's it. So what we've got here is we've got, starting on the root, he's going to the third and the fifth and the seventh. Sorry, yeah, that's right, yeah, and then the ninth, and then the E is, so up to here he's playing chord tones. Then from here, this is all a pattern, which is a fourths pattern, which is really, really interesting. So a fourths pattern in G minor would be starting on the G and going to the fourth note of the scale like this. And coming down from there. And this little snippet here is a little fragment of that pattern. So if you put all of that together, how beautiful is that? Listen again. Two, three. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Sounds really, really, really nice. So now I can mute off Andy. Sorry, Andy. Oh, and he comes in on the three and. 2, 3. So nice, isn't it lovely? One more, and again, if I understand what he's doing, I can take this and think, right, I'm going to practice my fourths pattern and I'm going to practice my chord tones, and if I put those two things together, I've got a chance of sounding really, really, really nice. And this will work in other key, in majors, minors, dominant sevenths, it doesn't matter. This is such a good way of practicing. Last one, I'm going to change the key to E minor. And have a listen. This is really, again, absolutely everything's gorgeous. Ah, didn't put the sax on, muted it off. Here we go. Wow, on beat 3. So 1, 2. So nice. So lovely. So you've got here, you've got F sharp, D with the octave key on, C sharp, B, F sharp, B, E, F sharp, and B, and this is low B. So in terms of the numbers, you've got 9, 7, this is the 6, 5, 9, and this is low B, which is the 5th. It's low B, and then you've got the root and the 9th, and this is the 5th. Again, yeah. So let's have a look at that phrase again. absolutely gorgeous. Listen to Andy do it one more time. It's just lovely. Wow, I'm going to mute Andy off. 1, 2. Absolutely gorgeous, and this app is fantastic because if I change, I've got 12 licks just in minor keys, and then it's got the same in major keys as well, and dominant sevenths, and most of the apps have got a fantastic sax player on there, like Dave O'Higgins is on one of them. He's one of my personal heroes. Kirk Whalam's on another one. Oh my gosh. So can you see how useful this is as a resource? And if you don't have an iPad, then you can still have a look at these licks and understand how they're arriving at them using the chord tones and the scale tones to make fantastic licks. Right, I hope that was useful for you. If you feel like supporting these videos, that's always so, we're so incredibly grateful, my wife and I, my family here, because that helps pay the mortgage and keep on making videos and just helps in every way. Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.